Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever parts of the world you're watching us from. What a pleasant way I like to say welcome to the very first edition of The Big Show with Uncle Willie right here on Rwanda 24 TV. So The Big Show is a presentation that talks about business, entertainment, sport, and of course a lot more for you. So today we're going to be paying host to Mistress Leeneh Martins, the CEO of Limat's Signature. Summa Labyrinth business that is doing well in East Africa, Rwanda to be specific. So once again, my name is Isaac W. Willie Sr., better still Uncle Willie. Let's take a short break. Once we come back, we continue with the show for you. Okay, folks, so I'd like to say Morakuza Chane for staying with us. Welcome back to The Big Show. Once again, if you're just joining us, my name is Uncle Willie, and this is The Big Show on Rwanda 24 TV. So like I told you, our studio guest today is no other person but Mistress Leeneh Martin, and of course, she's the CEO of the Limat's Signature. So, welcome, Mistress Martin, to The Big TV.
Thank you, Mr. Willie.
Okay, so firstly, just tell us a bit about yourself. Who is Mistress Leeneh Martins?
Okay. I'd like to say thank you very much to the Rwanda 24 TV for having me on the first edition, and it's an honor to be on this platform. Leeneh Kaizai Martin is the owner of Limat's Signature. She's a human rights activist. She is a women and child rights protection activist. And she is an emerging human resource specialist.
Tell us, how did you start the Limat's Signature? How did it all started?
Okay, the Limat's Signature all started last year of some part of...
You mean 2021?
Yes, 2021.
Oh wow.
Yes, it's just been like this year making me 1 year.
Okay.
So, but then prior to that, I back home in Liberia, I've been running other engagement, other businesses like the Limat's Enterprise, where we sell clothes and hair. But due to other reasons, we have to close it down.
Okay.
So when I came to Kigali, I started to study the business arena of Rwanda, and I decided to think about
something else
like Limat's Signature, like what can I do? How can I get back into business? How can I, because business or entrepreneurship is all about solving needs, look for the problem in society and helping to eliminate those problems, right?
Yeah.
So I thought on having the Limat's Signature that would be more cheaper and affordable for everyone to have. So that's how it all came
about.
Yeah.
So what are some of those products that you sell at Limat's Signature? What are you involved into?
Okay. The Limat's Signature is all about perfume oil. So it's fragrance. So we have varieties of perfume. So if you want the oil, we have perfume oil that you use that lasts for 24 hours. And I think you can get the hit already, right?
Yeah.
So we had like we have different ml, we have millimeter, we have 25 ml, 12 ml, 100 ml. So we have it for all levels.
Okay.
So if you cannot afford the 100 ml, you can afford the 25 ml. So we are meeting society needs.
Wow. We are meeting society needs. So what was your motivation? What motivated you to start up Limat's Signature in Rwanda, looking at you are very far away from home, all the way from the west and in the east, and you start up such an amazing business. What prompted you? What was the motivation?
My motivation started all way back when I was in high school. I've been an entrepreneur. I always tell people entrepreneurship is in my DNA. So despite I'm a human rights consultant, despite I'm a HR specialist, wherever I go, I must have a background with my business. So looking at the business arena, like I said initially, I studied and decided, like, how can I get back into business? How can I be able to solve people problem in this manner? So I thought of my country, Liberia, perfume that people imported from various countries, and they sell it for a huge amount. I thought about bringing the Leeneh signature so that everybody will be able to afford it. So you have varieties of quantity and prices, like I said first. So that's how the Leeneh signature all started.
So tell us how you been managing in Rwanda. I mean, how you been doing your promotion, how business is going in Rwanda.
Yeah, like Rwanda, I always tell people Rwanda is a beautiful country, is a peaceful country with peaceful people. And for me, what I do love about Rwanda is branding. This issue about branding and marketing, I got inspiration from Rwanda. So normally, for me, I don't have a store now. I do online business, so I do my marketing on social media. I post my products, tell them the importance of my products, and let the customer try the product. And from that, for me, it's like I believe in quality, not quantity. So I give quality, and the feedbacks are really good. I think you saw some of my feedbacks, they were rating my page. You saw, most people like, oh, I love Leeneh signature, and I wish that I can have more. But the issue about transporting more goods or product to Liberia back to my country is a bit difficult, because I'm in school here, and to get people, especially for perfume, to send to Liberia is difficult. So DHL normally don't send liquid. So it's difficult a bit to have the product across.
Okay. So what are some of your challenges been faced with so far since you started doing business? And I mean, not only Leeneh signature, but from back in the day, like you said, from your high school, you've been involved into doing your own business. What have been your challenges? Somebody watching will want to learn from that, and also want to maybe come into entrepreneurship or so. So just kind of tell us.
Challenges for me, I see challenges as stepping stones to success. So I don't see it as challenges, but I see it as means that push me to higher heights. Okay. So, but for challenges, I will look at the issue about the economies. Like you have the prices of things, like transporting things from another place, transportation. You have your clients or your customer meeting your price, and it's a bit difficult. Like I bought this product for $15, and I wish to have like $2 on, let's say, sell it for $16 as a profit. And looking at all of that, when I post it up there, like, this is expensive. So, and taking into consideration transportation, all of that, so the economy has a major part on business or on entrepreneurship. Okay. Yeah, so the economy, like transportation and so on, and then exchange rate. Yes, exchange rates. That have been one of my greatest problems. Like normally where I order from my partners, my business partner, is like I have to change the money in their own currency, and I have to drop my price of things. Things have to drop. The prices have to drop like that. So, but it's passion. Entrepreneurship is passion. you should have passion before going into it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So entrepreneurship is passion. So folks, once again, if you're just joining us, I'd like to say pleasant welcome to you. This is the Big Show with Uncle Willie right here on Rwanda 24 TV. And of course, today our studio guest is Mistress Leeneh Martin, the CEO of Leeneh Signature. So just stay tuned. Let's rush quickly for a short break. Once we come back, we continue with more for you right here. Hey, once again, welcome back from that short break, and thank you for staying with us. So if you're just joining us again, you are most welcome to the Big Show with Uncle Willie right here on Rwanda 24 TV. So we've been talking about business today, right? You know, on this platform we talk about entertainment, sports, business, and a lot more. But today we have been talking about business. Yeah, and our studio guest is no other person but the CEO of Leeneh Signature. So over to you once again, Mrs. Martins, and CEO, like I prefer calling you. Thousands of people watching, youth, other people, and some want to enter into the world of business. They want to do business, but their mindset about business, you know, cannot permit them to enter. So what we want to know from you, what one need to start up a business? What should I have in my hand to start up a business?
Okay, thank you, Uncle Willie. We are back again. To start a business, a small business, so it's a SME, right? So you have to have the passion, like I talked about first.
Yeah.
And you have to have the idea. So you have there are various concepts. You have the leadership concept, you have the professional concept, you have the managerial concept, you have the innovation concept. So all these concepts are something that you have to have before starting.
Yeah.
So the first thing, you have to have the idea and have the passion to go into this. After which, then you think about the capital. You don't need much depending on what you want to do. So you have to start. For me, I prefer starting small and growing. So that most often people start big and at the end they don't.
They end up falling back
Yeah.
and starting all over again.
Yeah. So for me, I like to invest small and understand the business arena.
One step at a time.
Yes, and then like that. So once you have the idea, then you have to actualize the idea. So that means you have to bring forth your mind, like you have a dream. So you have to bring it to reality. So you have to think about study the market. Take for instance, you want to sell potatoes.
Yeah.
Because we are in Rwanda, right?
Yeah.
So that's the common food. So you want to sell potatoes, and you have to study the market. In your environment, how many persons that are selling potatoes? How many people? Yeah. So then you decide to ask yourself, how much I think I can put into this potatoes, and how much will I get back? After which you do all your background, study it, and then you have to have like the leadership, like we talked about first. So the leadership concept is you have to be a leader. So as a leader, you have to have followers, right? So I believe in social media followers. Yeah. So for me, I'm from the social media background, so I believe in social media. So you have to think about how many people, how many friends, how many people you know in that environment that when you start to sell potatoes, they will have to come and buy from you. Then you think about the professional concept. The professional concept has to do with the issue of being professional, right? There are some entrepreneurs or there are some business owners that don't have good manner approach, and that make many of our clients or customers to be driven away. So you have to have that professional charisma. That is, you know how to talk to your customer. And for me, I found customer service background too. I forget, I won't serve as customer service staff. So I was schooled in customer service as experienced customer service staff. Yeah.
Wow.
So customer is always right. Your customer.
So let me hold you there. Before going over to customer, of course, we're going to talk about it. But with the three start of maybe concept, you talk about the professional, you talk about the leadership, and of course the innovation stuff. So my question is, what if I have all of these concepts and I actually want to do this business? I've studied the market, like you said, studied the market, know what to do, what to sell, but then I don't have the physical cash. How do I get started? The capital, you're got that capital, right? Okay, you're business people for me. Yeah.
You don't have the capital.
So what do I need to do? What do I do?
For me, I use my allowance, my money allowance.
I'm
coming.
Some folks don't have allowance.
Uncle Willie, I'm coming. I save some portion of my allowance as a student, and I was able to get into this. But some other people, there are other institutions, there are other organizations, banks. They give small loan to business owner and things to start small business and things. So you have a good proposal or good idea, you have to have this networking skill. For me, another thing, you have to have the networking skill.
So what you are saying, I mean, everything is something so bigger. Like
seriously.
Like what if I'm a young person, I'm watching this show, right? And I got inspired by Mrs. Martins, right? And then I want to do business, but maybe just at least a small thing to start. Do I need to go to bank for a loan just for something small to start?
Uncle Willie, people save money. Some people earn money. People earn money transitively. They are not working, and somebody get blessed them, and that portion of that money, if, for example, this year, to say, I want to start this potato business, and I know all the capital of that, I did my background check. Every money that I earn, I have to put maybe it's 5,000 RWANDA from Monday, put it down, see if it's small, as it will start to get bigger, right? And that's another main. Another main, you can move to some family member, some permanent person or colleague, like express a desire. I'm passionate about doing this. I'm passionate about starting this, and this is this. Explain everything to them, and tell them, can you loan me, like let's say 10,000 RWANDA francs? I want to start a business, and after maybe 3 more, 1 month, I'm going to pay this based on your honest and request to the person. The person will be able to help you out. There are a lot of mentors.
Sure. I like the part you said, saving. So even if you're not working, come on, it's not possible to not even handle 10 cents. So you can save. That's good. So let's talk about customer service. You was about to dive into it before we come up with another thing. So speaking of customer service, tell us more about how to go about it, as a business owner.
Customer service is something that is a bigger topic, but for this, we just do the basics.
Just small.
Sure. Customer service is very, very important or essential to any group of a business or organization. So we need to have manners. We need to be very polite. That is, take for instance, this is a perfume that I sell, right? And this bottle is half. The company probably,
And as a matter of fact, this is, I'm sorry for cutting you off. This is from Leeneh's signature. This is some of her products.
Yeah. So the perfume here is half, and as I submitted it or give it to my client or customer, and the person is angry, like this, and how will you send me of half perfume? I pay for a whole bottle and so on. My duty is apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sincerely sorry. This won't repeat. I promise to make it out. Because one client, you don't know, but for one client that you mess up on and have a bad feedback, that client has the
authenticity.
That's the word.
To go against.
And to go and tell another client or tell another person that they don't have manual approach. So I believe strongly in customer service. Customer is always right. Your client is always right. Your client pays your paycheck. So for me to be looking all stylish that day, they're my customer, right?
Your client pay your paycheck. That's a good one. You know, like where I live, I usually call my landlord boss. I say, good morning, boss. And he be like, no, I'm not a boss. You the boss. You are the one paying me. I'm like, no, but this is your house. So, yeah, so that's it. But, so, like, speaking of customer service, and speaking of being, you know, polite and all of that, there are some customers, I mean, they are really rude. So, like, you get the scenario on giving a half of perfume to a customer. Somebody will say, but at least the customer could just call and say, hey, hello, Mrs. Martin, I actually got some half perfume. Can you change it, please? You know, like that. But someone not do that. Someone, hey, you give me this and you give me X, Y, Z. I don't like that. So, I mean, how should I react to such a customer? Because, I mean, everybody, we are humans. So I have my own level of anger, my own emotion, and all of that. So how can I react to such customer?
Mr. Willie or Uncle Willie, remember I talked about passion, right? You should have passion, number one. So you should have passion to be an entrepreneur, because people will insult you. People will tell you things that are not true. But your calm words will cool them off. Sometimes they realize, they like text me, oh Lee, I'm so sorry, and this and that. I'm like, it's okay. And from there, they will have to recommend Lee my signature to another person.
Sure. So
passion plays a major role in entrepreneurship too. If you don't have passion for something, you can talk to anybody anyhow. But this is my feed. This is what I love doing. So I don't want to get out of it. So I have to keep being there, right? So
wow.
I have to, yeah. So
Passion. So you should have passion for what you do. That's a good one. So folks, once again, if you're just joining us, this is The Big Show with Uncle Willie right here on RWANDA 24 TV. And we've been talking business with the CEO of Leeneh. As a matter of fact, Leeneh signature is one of the best when it comes to cosmetic, to be more precise, perfume. You know, they are so... Trust me, the aroma, the scent I'm getting right now from even Mrs. Martin herself, I just want to, yeah, I wish to have one in a way.
Okay.
So if you actually need, if you're in Rwanda, East Africa, or maybe even in Liberia or other parts of the world you're watching, you can get to her. She's gonna give her her various social media handles. You can get to her and just, you know, getting your DM and request, and I'm sure you're gonna have yourself some of Leeneh's signature products. So before wrapping up, because we are at the end, I'd just like you to talk a bit about your new platform called the African Women Success Story
Uncle Willie.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Uncle
So
Willie.
just tell us a bit about it, and then we just wrap up quickly in the next few minutes. Tell us how I mean, what is it about? I mean, the African Women Success Story.
Uncle Willie never ceased to amaze me. So the African Women Success Story, AWSS for short, is a platform to promote young women and help to promote their stories, right? So help promote their stories. Like most often we have people in various countries that are doing really great work, but they are not highlighted because some social status and so on. So we thought about this idea, like we need to promote everybody, that people, it's like much is given, much is deserved. So the more you praise a person, the person want to do more.
Do more, yeah.
Yeah, so we thought about it and we created this platform. And for the past few weeks, almost a month plus now, the platform is really blooming. We have a lot of followers, people commenting, and people are inspired by African women that are contributing immensely to the growth of Africa. So we have people from Kenya, people from Liberia, people from Rwanda, people from South Africa, from Cameroon, that we feature on that platform to inspire other young women to do more.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a very good initiative. You know, I've been following the African Women Success Story Facebook page, and I mean, I've been seeing some amazing stories, touching success story that I'm sure that are inspiring many African women across Africa. So, folks, once again, we are here on the big show. My name is Uncle Willie, and of course, I'm your humble presenter. So back to you, Mrs. Martin. Before taking a leave, what last thing do you want to say to the thousands of people watching you?
I'd like to encourage everyone. You can be an entrepreneur. I can be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is all about passion, and you don't have to have a large amount of money to start. Once you have the passion, you have the desire, you can go for it. Thank you.
Wow. So thank you, Mrs. Martin, for having you on the big show today. And I'd like to say many thanks to the production team headed by Mr. Claude. Many thanks to the head of graphic, Mr. Jerry Dolopia, all the way from the other end. And I'd like to say many thanks to all of our viewers for watching us today. So my name is Uncle Willie. Till you see me again, it's going to be on next Wednesday for another exciting edition of The Big Show right here on Rwanda 24 TV. On that note, I'd like to say bye-bye from my end.